Hey Leo, Celeste Silver Cord here, bringing you a twin flame or soulmate past life reading. This is for someone who is worried about a connection. How I'm able to do this is because there is so many timelines playing out, overlapping each other through millennia, and a lot of people have played the same similar timelines over and over and over again, playing certain types of games. Okay, so this is a reading for Leo, a past life reading for whoever's on your mind now. How will you know this is your reading? You will know because it will resonate similar to the story you are playing out now, just within a different time frame with different challenges, but it'll still be similar energies. Trust me, if it's for you, you'll know. If it's not, you will click off. If it does resonate with you, please, like, share, subscribe, comment, click the like button, tell me that you like it, spank my bell, all that goodness, and let me know. I love to hear who these resonate with. Just enough space to do the full spread. All right, so the overall energy that I pulled up with this was the Atlantis card came up. And the Atlantis card is anytime that you're experiencing in a civilization where it's kind of at its peak, right? It's at its Atlantean era, right? I also usually say that's usually around the Mediterranean era. Did pull the Egypt card here. I do see you do have on your top line here the baby card, the father card, and the authority card, right? So I do feel in this life you were strongly influenced by your father to kind of rebel against authority a little bit. I do see that you were an acquirer of knowledge. You did like writing and acquiring knowledge. You lived in a communal living area, but you were someplace where there was a lot of ships and trade that went on. So it was like there was more of a barter system than a monetary system going on at the time, but there was still an area of high trade. I do see that this life did teach you a lot about trust and faith in the universe, but you did struggle with a lot of health issues. All right. Let's get some more information on you. Oh, I will do a spread for you, a spread for your twin or soulmate. We shall see as the reading goes on if the twin flame energies do appear at any point. I'll do a spread for you, a spread for them, and then a spread of your lives together, and then we'll do a tarot at the end, just for whatever messages you can take away from this life for yourself. Hope that makes sense to y'all. Too many. All right, so I got the King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles up here with around the father card and authority figures. So I feel like you came from a well-off family and your father was very passionate politically. I do see a Ten of Swords. It did cause a lot of mental conflict, a lot of having to, in those type of societies, you got the Ten of Wands here too. Especially if you're in some type of high up political type family. You could have a lot of burdens from that. See, so because I see, all right, so this is the cards that were around your father card, right? King, Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands, passionate about, good with money, but also very passionate about challenging authority. You got the Ten of Swords, and the Atlantean eras are also when there's a lot of upheaval going on, a lot of political dynamics, social programming changing going on, right? So it's a bit of a mental person having to watch your tongue all the time, else you cause conflicts if you pop off too much. This is a heavy burden that you carry here. I get a lot of sense that a lot of this comes around love. I do feel like you were probably a feminine, and you did not have any say in your love life. There was always somebody telling you what you were supposed to be doing with your love life. And because your father was such a challenging person towards authority, you picked up on that energy too. So, of course, you wanted to challenge the authority in your life. Who was the authority in your life? Ooh, getting deep on it. All right, let's see what the other person was like. A little bit of their backstory. Like I said, this storyline could have played out multiple times at the peak of civilization there, and it could be playing out again now at the peak of civilization someplace else. Excuse me. All right. So I got vows, communal living, and spirituality here at the very top of their line, which is giving me the strong sense that they lived in a very similar community as to you, but they had a very spiritual upbringing, possibly lived in a very spiritual household. Their parents were spiritual people. They were raised within this spiritual group. They were very big on the vows to this spirituality. I do see that they had to move a lot for food. And I got the male and female card here. Now, for twin flame readings, I pick this up as a strong twin energy, right? This is somebody who's played back and forth with you, where you guys have taken turns in gender roles. They were also very big on acquiring knowledge. This would have been the key point that brought you guys together, a seek for deeper knowledge. Now, I said I get that they came more from the Asia side into the area that you were in. They were nomadic type people that tried to live with the land, and that was counterintuitive and brought in a lot of because it brings in the Atlantis card at the end. So it was almost like I feel like they were part of a migration that was going on, some sort of, I guess, Asian migration towards the Middle East into Egypt, and it brought a lot of shifting of dynamics socially across the board for everybody to be exposed to these new ideas and these new people. What am I doing? I want to get some clarifiers on them. Put all these back. I'm losing it today, y'all. Where are we going? All right. Let's get some more clarifiers on them. I'm all excited to get to the part where I read you guys together. That's my favorite part of the reading. All right, let's see some more of their backstory before we just jump on over. all excited. Well, if you want to know a little bit more about them, especially if you're a cross watcher, then it's you. All right. Let's get some more backstory on the Wanderer. Bunch fell out. Bunch fell out. All right. I sense at a point they discovered a lot of deceptions. This is over the vows and communal living card, and you got the King of Wands here again, right? So it's almost like it's that same type of energy. What? That fighting the authority. Their mind was, I don't know, something about these vows and how hardcore this religion is. Just something about it seems a little bit off. And they're very passionate about pointing that out, which caused a lot of problems in the food and hunger area, caused a lot of need to defend themselves. But they were still able to keep onto their passions. And since they were they would have been a very balanced energy. You know what I'm saying? They would have been very, if they were a man, they would have been very feminine. You know what I'm saying? Very, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, a guy could be a guy, but they could still have that, like, that energy of, that feminine energy. Right? I do see here a 3 of Swords situation, 9 of Swords, indecision, multiple options, not knowing which one is the 10 of Cups, and unable to make a rite of passage here. So I'm getting a strong sense that one of these vows may have been a promise to be with someone else, someone that they were promised to when they were young, which was common in Asia. All right. Let's see what happened when y'all came together. All right. So, got the Medicine Woman card, Greco-Roman, and finances. So I'm getting a sense now that maybe this is even perhaps at the peak of one of the Roman Empire peaks, where the Mediterranean was abuzz then. And that, I'm not going to say that you guys went to that area, but there was definitely an idea of wanting to go there for finance reasons. And I do see on the second line here, we got health, Atlantis, and galactic. So I am getting a strong sense that you guys probably not only were possible twin flames, because one of you did pull the twin flame energy really strong, but you both were definitely star seeds. Hence the reason you were so connected to each other. Star seeds are notorious for having health problems when they are here, because it's part of the human condition. This all did teach you guys a lot about spirituality. There's something going on here with this monk and nun card. I don't want to speak on that yet until I pull out some clarifiers. But it does center around some sort of strong return to nature. All right, so let's see what some clarifiers can bring us to this. Because you were both deep acquirers of wanting knowledge, and I have a sense that you guys both, especially you, because you pulled the health card in your spread, a lot of your knowledge was seeked on finding things to help with health. Help with yourself or someone really close to you. I'm getting a strong sense that you were particularly unhealthy. I've got the Ten of Swords so far in between the Medicine Woman and Greco-Roman. So I'm seeing that, like, because you get the Eight of Cups right after that. So it's almost like, yeah, you guys really wanted to move away from, I feel like you actually wanted to move out of the Roman Empire to almost escape it and chase your Ten of Cups. Because Ten of Cups is over the health and the Atlantean card, and it causes a lot of conflict because you get the Five of Wands after that. All right, so now this is not 100%, but I almost get a sense here that you both might have also been female altogether. So it was either a feminine man or a female or something to do with your health. But I don't think you guys were ever able to be physically intimate in the classic sense. Does that make sense? All right. And I think that was a big healing thing. That was what you needed healing on. Something to do with that area, something wrong. I mean, it could have been anything from like endometriosis or things like that, things that were unfixable back in those days. Nobody knew really what caused them. They were trying all kinds of things to try, doctors were very weird in some of the shit that they did back in the day. But definitely with that. But I do see here on the bottom line, there was this like spirituality, the monk card here, and nature. And it was just like, that didn't matter. But you had the spirituality, you had each other. That type of life was fine for y'all. Nature above all here. And I do see it was like a Nine of Swords. So it was like a mental prison. I feel like you guys really struggled, like really wanted the classic kids and things of that nature and whatnot. But that was part of the struggle with that, and that in between whatever else was that health problem. But you all did have the Nine of Cups here at the end. Right? This life too was a rite of passage. And it was teaching you so that you would have that strength in your back pocket to be able to not be afraid to get out there and ride the dragon. Not in the druggy sense. In the metaphorical, astrological, or astral travel-y sense, right? To really reach the depths of spirituality and to really chase your passions and your truths. I do get a sense that this was a twin flame past life, that for the hardships of health and everything else, you guys did have your 9 of Cups together in this lifetime. Let's see what this life has to teach you about this one. And I will say, just because you made it before does not guarantee that you will make it in this life. There's plenty of you are not the same people. You did not go through the same trials. And you did not have the same programming this life. You know, you guys did get your happily ever after in one life. In a sense. In a sense. I feel like on a karmic level, you guys still feel kind of gypped from that life because you didn't get everything you wanted out of it. Your messages about this connection here. Let's talk about the High Priestess really seizing into your feminine divine energies. You got the Chariot here. I'm going to lean towards the masculine with this one, allowing fate and fortune to help pull you into a proper direction. But remember, the beasts do not blindly pull chariots or carts. They're not blind. They are hooked to harnesses. He has got the reins. He decides which way he wants his chariot to go, right? You can't control his chariot. He controls his chariot, all right? You worry about controlling yourself. Big thing here is about balancing scales on who to be generous with your energy and who not to be, and who to cut off. If you're not getting fair returns for your generosity, you should cut those people off and focus on those who could use your energy better than feeding this person, because this person's perfectly fine. They're in charge of their own cart. They're pulling it in their own direction. They don't need any energy from you, all right? So if you're not in union with this person, stop feeding them energy. You know, if you are, understand that whatever decision that they decide to turn that cart, you've decided you wanted to go along with the ride. All right? At the 5 of Cups here, just like in the past life, where you had overcome the spilt cups, what you couldn't have, things you couldn't fix, things you couldn't do that you wanted to do, all those things. Don't woe is me about how things didn't work out picture perfect the way you wanted them to, okay? All right, you still got 2 full cups over here. And you know what these 2 full cups represent? You got the most divine connection out there, y'all. You got the most divine connection out there with these 2 of Cups. I'm going to go ahead and call it. This is a twin flame reading for sure. 2 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Stop looking at the spilt cups. Focus back on where your divine connections are. All right? You two can come together. All you got to do is seize your power and allow them to pull their cart wherever the hell they're going to pull their cart. Right? The High Priestess is all about, you got to love yourself, right? You got to love yourself so much that it doesn't matter who loves you and who doesn't love you anymore. And then that's how you get into the Ace of Cups. Continual flow of love energy. And when you're in a continual flow of love energy and you're constantly pumping out that energy, it comes back to you. They'll have no choice but to see it and come back towards your direction. There's no way to fight that pull. Where'd it go? There he is. All right, so these are the energies within you, because you need to, whoever's watching this, doesn't matter male, female, you need to balance out your masculine and feminine energies anyway. The masculine energy generally is more like the ego pulling the cart. The feminine is the intuition trying to give you some sort of GPS guidance as to where you're going to pull your cart to. All right, so it's balancing those out too. Damn, man. I was fine all day until I started doing this. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, smack my bell, click my like button. Tell me that y'all like it. Always comment. I love it. And yeah, blessed be all those who walk these weird and windy paths with me. I love y'all, and I'll be back just as soon as I can with another reading for you guys. Love you. Bye.